sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Black Male Advice TV. What we're going to be talking about today is a very interesting topic on the subject of toxic red pill content creators are the cancer to the community. That's right. Toxic red pill content creators are the cancer to the community. Let's take a listen to some red pill content so that you can understand how evil this is. Let's go.
Today we got a special guest, my beautiful friend, Melissa. She's in the house with us today, and she is being introduced today to Red Pill Talk. Y'all know Alpha Male Strategy is definitely one of those alpha red pill dudes on the internet that like to have these conversations, these masculine, these dominant male conversations. But he's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite, to consume because, you know, he's realistic and he's not toxic, you know, like some of these other people that do these videos. But this video right here is how to get a woman to be obsessed with you. Now this one right here, she might know a few things about this. So I'm very, very curious to see what she has to say in regards to what this man is about to expose.
Now notice this, ladies and gentlemen. This particular brother is about to introduce this young lady to red pill content. And of course, his favorite of all content creators is Alpha Male Strategies, who is a known whoremonger, one who teach nothing but toxic behavior from men, teaching men to use women, to manipulate women. This particular brother is now going to pollute this young lady's mind with the filth of this particular brother. Let's take a listen to hear exactly how good this red pill content is and how this can benefit this woman here.
Y'all boys, girls ready? We're ready. Let's go.
What's up, people? So today I'm gonna teach you how to get a woman crazy obsessed with you. Now guys, before I even start, let me say this. This video here is pure evil. You understand what I'm saying? This is a pure evil video. If you use this, you are an evil person.
Notice what Alpha Male Strategy says. He said if you use these particular methods, these particular strategies, you are an evil person.
But we don't love them hoes, so let's talk about it. Right. So guys,
go ahead. What you got though? What you think?
I don't know. I just feel like that's not even healthy.
You think that, but that's the thing. It's like when you understand female nature.
What is the red pill about, according to this man? It's about female nature. Let's go.
You understand how women operate.
So the red pill content is about how women operate. Okay.
Then it may not be healthy, because I remember when I was first learning this stuff, I was like, yo, this sounds negative. It sounds
So he admits that it sounds negative
unhealthy,
and he know it's unhealthy.
but it's like in order to win, in order to get the person to
In order to get what you want out of women,
really want to be with you and F with you hard, is you got to understand their nature.
you have to understand their nature in order to manipulate them to get what you want. Interesting.
And think about just about any guy probably that has won you over at some point. They've probably used some of these tactics, whether they knew they were doing it or not. Mm-hmm. Most of them probably don't know this stuff. It just kind of just got with them. You know, as unhealthy as it may seem, is what works, unfortunately.
Now notice that, people. What we have here is red pill content. What I need for all of you ladies and you brothers to understand. In these YouTube streets, there are two types of red pill. Unfortunately, the toxic version of red pill content has flooded the YouTube streets to the point where the true red pill have been pretty much lost in the shuffle. You see, I made a post in my community section where I talked about there are two types of red pill content within these streets. One is the toxic kind of red pill, where black men constantly speak on negative issues concerning women. They never really have anything positive to say. It's always something wrong. These particular men never have any advice to share with women. It's always toxic content. The average red pill content creator only focus on women. He don't focus on anything in terms of men developing themselves. He don't focus on anything that empowers black men to understand the world. The red pill content as seen in these streets isn't really for women. It's for men to begin to understand how to manipulate a woman, because these men are weak. So this red pill content is poisonous because it never really offers any solution. When I look at these YouTube streets, it's oversaturated with content creators copying other content creators and copying other content creators, and everybody's regurgitating the same thing, and they're adding onto it, moving from its original purpose to now becoming a movement of hatred for women. And that's what we see within these YouTube streets. When we look at the average red pill content creator, his primary focus is a hatred for women, a hatred for single mothers. His content primarily focused on female nature. Women are considered to be the enemy. Content creators that are fully red pill, they are anti-marriage. These particular men do not desire to be married. They teach men to be against marriage. This is what these particular content creators focus on, because they are in what is known as red pill rage. These particular men are fully indoctrinated in this culture of red pill rage, which is toxic. These men are anti-marriage. They believe women are their enemy. They are against single mothers. They hate women. They hate family. They're anti-children, anti-having children. The red pill pretty much make men become whoremonger males. These particular men are very dangerous. And sadly, within these YouTube streets, it's so many of them that it's hard to count. The red pill teach men to lie to women to get what they want. You see, men today that are involved with this toxic content, they really don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to attract women. They don't know how to be around a woman. So they flock to different channels where men have to train them on how to have game in order to talk to women, which is a damn shame. So these particular men, they go out here in these streets and they try to implement the type of information they get from different men. And when this type of information do not work, because a lot of these guys, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into this type of content. And when the information and the methods don't work, they become enraged. And they go out here and they begin to become content creators and vent their frustration on how they can't get women and how women are no good. And it seems as if though the message or the original message of what red pill content's supposed to be have been lost in the shuffle. You see, true red pill content is actually found within the Bible, where it's supposed to teach a man not only about the world we live in, but who the true enemy is, which is Satan. But what happened is men turned from the Most High. They turned from the true red pill because they didn't want to take responsibility or accountability for their own actions. You see, black men in today's culture do not take responsibility for their own actions. Black men are out here trying to have sex with every woman they meet. They are impregnating our sisters. They are creating single mothers. They're not taking care of their children. So consequently, what we have is a world full of whoremonger males who are only interested in having sex with women. And because of this, these men only have their desires. They are completely selfish. Their goal and primary mission in life is just to get vagina. They're not thinking about building a family. They're not thinking about a marriage. They're not thinking about having children. They're not thinking about loving women at all. And because they're consuming all of this toxic information from various content creators, they have grown into red pill rage. And this is causing a lot of black men to be very bitter, very hateful towards women, very anti-women, very misogynistic. These particular men have no purpose other than spewing hatred for women. Because when you look at their life, they have no woman in sight. They're not building a family. They have no significant other. It seems as if though everything they speak is always designed to get men riled up so that they can hate women. This is what's going on within these YouTube streets. Toxic red pill content creators offer men no solutions at all, people. None. It only gets them in rage. Red pill content focus only on bashing women 24/7 while never holding men accountable for anything. That's what red pill, toxic content do. You will never see a red pill content creator holding black men or men in general accountable for anything. It's always the woman's fault. It's always female nature. It's always the fact that women want to do their own thing and we need to teach men about female nature because we're just too dumb and slow that we need to understand how to know the female nature. It seems as if though red pill content creators are only focused on women. You would think that when we watched the movie The Matrix, when they offered the blue pill versus the red pill, it wasn't about female nature. I don't recall the red pill in the movie The Matrix being about female nature at all. It was more so to understand the real world versus the Matrix. But people don't seem to understand the world around them. They don't understand what is used to blind them. The movie was actually very prophetic to teach men both the good, the bad, and the ugly. But for whatever reason, men didn't really understand the red pill. The red pill was never designed for men to become anti-family. The red pill was never designed to make men not desire to marry a woman. It seemed as if though this red pill that men are consuming today are highly toxic, which is only causing men to desire to sleep with women but not commit to them. So, how does that empower men? Because it clearly seen that men today only want to sleep with women, but they hate women at the same time. Think about this, brothers. With all the content creators you view that spew toxic red pill behavior, how has your life improved? It's one thing to speak on different topics and then offer solutions. It's one thing to be balanced in terms of calling out the BS of women and calling out the BS of men. But when we look at content creators that are fully red-pilled, it's clear that these men do not focus on issues with men. They only focus on women. That's a problem. That's a serious problem. And if you paid attention to the video clip, Alpha Male Strategies made it very clear that before you listen to his content, you must understand that it's going to be pure evil. He told you that if you use anything in his message, you are an evil person. So you have to really think as a man, if the methods by these content creators are designed to help you, why would it make you an evil person? You see, brothers, you are filled with hatred because you're unable to attain the woman that you truly desire. And because of this, you have a hatred for women. You flock to YouTube channels where men talk about single mothers all day. You listen and you're entertained. Why? Is it because you have no desire to be with a single mother, or because you have such a hatred for women that it's entertaining to hear another man bash, degrade, and put down a single mother just for your entertainment? Why is it that every single content creator that talks about red pill only focus on female nature? When have the red pill ever been about female nature only? But it seems as if though all these content creators are regurgitating the same thing. Every single one. And it's like nobody is original in their delivery. You know, back in the days, I made a lot of content. I have a lot of content on my Patreon page where I talked a lot about issues with women. And I went in. But you know what? I also talked about issues with men. I've always been fair and balanced because I believe that in order for us to grow as a people, we have to understand life. And that is what I taught. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I talked about issues pertaining to women. I talked about issues pertaining to men. I talked about issues pertaining to life. And I also talked about the Bible. Because the Bible is the true red pill. The Bible truly gives you the understanding of life to make you understand human nature, not just women nature. And when you study the Bible, it teaches us as men that we got to be accountable for our actions. But for some odd reason, black men don't believe in being accountable for his actions. He believed that the black woman is the enemy. He believed that he don't have no faults. The black man believed that he is pretty much a saint. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you must understand that when it comes to the red pill, you are literally being poisoned by toxicity, and it's just driving you out of your mind. You are being controlled by Satan. Because the red pill of today within these YouTube streets is what's keeping the majority of you black men single and lonely. The red pill ideology of today has evolved into a mindset of delusions, causing men to go their own way, causing men to hate women. How does a pill produce so much hate in men, so much bitterness in men, to the point where these men don't even know how to lead women? It's to the point where men will sit online and ask women about their dress size. And they believe that they're helping women when really, the real problem that we have in this culture is the fact that men just don't know how to be men. And I know you're mad. I know you're hurt. But the truth of the matter is, most of you brothers have failed your women. You have failed your women. You have failed to provide. You have failed to educate them because you failed yourself. You sit online all day listening to videos designed to create hatred for women. And you wonder why there is such an issue in these YouTube streets between men and women. It's because the majority of us men have a lot of hatred in our heart for women because we hate our own mothers. But we never seem to talk about our fathers. With all the hate that I see for single mothers, it's interesting because when we look at the average black man within these YouTube streets, none of them have a wife. All they seem to do is try to get strategies on how to get a woman in bed. Now you tell me, as a grown man, how do you feel as a man to know that you consume red pill content and the only thing you have to offer this world is to sleep around with women? How does that help us as a community when the only thing men is concerned about is sex? The only thing the average black man think about is how to get laid by a woman. How to get some vagina. How to get some head. How can I manipulate a woman to get her in bed? This is the toxic behavior that we have in these streets. Men are not leading. Men are not teaching men to be men. Men are not teaching men to be accountable. Men are not teaching men to be husband material. Men are teaching men strategies on how to get a woman in bed. Men are flocking to channels to learn how to get game on how to approach a woman. That's red pill content for you. When the true red pill content is knowing that you are a true biblical Israelite and you are the children of the Most High, and we got to obey his laws, statutes, and commandments. The true red pill is understanding that your enemy is the devil. Your true enemy is the system that have enslaved you. Your true enemy is all that oppose the Most High Yah. you brothers better wake up to the truth. You see, red pill content doesn't help us. It just creates madness. It makes us go out of our minds. It makes us hate our very existence. We must understand that as men, we're to lead our women. But how can we lead our women when we can't lead ourselves? How are we able to save the next generation if we have not even produced a family to create the babies needed for the future? You see, we are a selfish people. As men, we have failed the community. We have no community. We don't know how to build a community because all we think about is ourselves, and we have the audacity to try to judge women when we are the ones who's supposed to be leading them. Women will never change if we as men don't change. This is a fact. No matter how wicked a woman is, no matter how out of order she is, she's out of order because of us men. If the black woman is out of order, it is your fault. All of these women that are on OnlyFans shaking their tail is because of you brothers who financially sustain them. All of these women on Instagram who stay there half naked are there because you keep liking the pics. You, black man, are impregnating these women. You, black man, are creating single mothers. You could talk all the talk you want to talk about a single mother, but just know this: a woman cannot get pregnant without the seed of a man. So before you judge, how about you consider your own actions? How about you be accountable for what you do, black man? You could cry, you could be in all the rage you want, but the truth is you are toxic. And you are the cancer of the community. You are the reason why our women are confused. It is because you are not leading them like a man should. You are not. You're destroying our women. Just listen, people. Just listen again to the toxic behavior of black men. Let's go.
Today we got a special guest, my beautiful friend, Melissa. She's in the house with us today, and she is being introduced today to Red Pill Talk.
Now notice what this brother is doing. He's introducing this young lady to Red Pill Talk. This is supposed to be his friend. And rather than him be a man of his own and begin to guide the sister, instead he will use another man's talking points in order to see how the sister will react.
Y'all know alpha male strategy is definitely one of those alpha red pill dudes on the internet that like to have these conversations.
Alpha male strategies is a whoremonger male. A man with no life, a man who have no love in his heart, a man who is dark, who have a dark soul, who have no soul, who is fully engulfed with the devil, a man who cannot lead a woman, a man who have no ability to teach anyone anything about life, a man who pretty much was in the street scene trying to talk to snow bunnies and he was unable to be successful, but he's the man who's trying to give you brothers game, and yet this brother worship alpha male strategies and believe he is this so-called alpha male. This is the toxic behavior that men must overcome, because women are looking at this filth, and this is what you are putting before their eyes.
Masculine, these dominant male conversations, but he's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite, to consume because...
So he is your favorite to consume. It's very questionable when a man say he's willing to consume another man. But let's go.
You know, he's realistic and he's not toxic, you know, like some of these other people.
Really? Are you kidding me? You're telling me that alpha male strategies is not toxic like these other content creators? A man that give men game on how to manipulate women to get sex out of them. A man that don't have a family. A man that have no wives. A man that gotta run game and lie to women in order to get what he wants. So as a man, you believe that you have to lie to women to get sex. Really? That's not what I call masculine, and that is not alpha.
That do these videos, but this video right here is how to get a woman to be obsessed with you.
Now, he want to know how to get a woman to be obsessed with you. Now, it's not coming by anything natural. It's by way of manipulation.
Now this one right here, she might know a few things about this. So I'm very, very curious to see what she has to say in regards to what this man is about.
And you know what's sad about this is that a lot of stupid women listen to this type of garbage. Even the woman that is supposed to be his friend is an idiot, because I'm going to tell you, whoever you are, lady, the dude that you sitting next to, he's not your friend. And if you're going to sit there and think that he's your friend when he is literally putting you before this bull crap, then you are just as stupid as he is.
Expose. Our boys, girls ready? We're ready. Let's go.
What's up, people? So today I'm gonna teach you how to get a woman crazy obsessed with you. Now guys, before I even start, let me say this. This video here is pure evil.
Now, he said the video is pure evil.
You understand what I'm saying? This is a pure
Notice the lady's face.
evil video.
She's in shock because she's like, okay, this is pure evil. But what does she do? She continues to listen.
If you use this, you are an evil person.
He said if you use what he's about to tell you, you are an evil person.
But we don't love them hoes, so let's talk about it.
Notice what he says, we don't love them hoes, which is a total disrespect to all women. And this is red pill content that people are consuming in these YouTube streets. So ladies, if these red pill brothers got no love for these hoes, that would make you one of them hoes. That is how these brothers see you. And you're wondering why you're unable to secure a quality man. It's because the type of man that you allow in your life are these red pill type of guys who are just running game on you to get some quick vagina. And your vagina has been used up so much that by the time you get to a quality man, he don't even want you. Because he could just look at you and tell that you've been through the ringer.
So guys,
Go ahead. What you got though? What you think?
I don't know. I just feel like that's not even healthy.
Notice she said she don't believe that that's healthy.
You think that, but that's the thing. It's like when you understand female nature.
So the red pill again is about female nature, and as men, we need to understand it for what?
You understand how women operate.
So we need to know how women operate. Well, women technically only operate based on how you brothers treat them. All of the things that women go through is primarily based upon how we treat women. So women have developed a certain way of how to carry themselves because of all the dysfunction they've been through and all of the misery and nonsense that men put them through. But yet this brother wants you to believe that the red pill is about understanding female nature. Listen, in the Matrix, the red pill was not about female nature. Because when we check out the movie, not only did we have Neo, but we also had a woman that was a part of the good guys. So how does the red pill become female nature? It's not about that. Men and women should be teamed together to understand how this world operates and the true enemy, who is Satan. But instead, the red pill has now turned into a way of making money off of simps who love and worship women. And because of this, these men, because they never had a father in their life, they never had no male role models to teach them how to be a man, they have to come on YouTube and listen to an alpha male scammeries on how to make a woman obsessed with you.
Then it may not be healthy, because I remember when I was first learning this stuff, I was like, yo, this sounds negative.
So when he was first learning this, he knew that it was negative. He knew that it sounded negative, but he didn't care. Why? Because he's selfish.
I was unhealthy, but it's like, in order to win,
in order to get some vagina,
in order to get the person to really want to be with you, and
in order to get some head,
and F with you hard, is you gotta,
because none of these men have wifed up any of these women they got. None.
Understand their nature.
So you have to understand their nature. No, this is not about female nature. This is about men learning how to be manipulative, men learning how to be whoremongers, men learning how to destroy women's souls. To the woman who is sitting there, you need to turn from brothers like that. He's no good. He's toxic. All of these kind of men are toxic. And this is the reason why you, young lady, will be single for the rest of your life, and men will only use you for sex. Because if you're that dumb to listen to this bull crap, you will be just like every other woman who've been taken advantage of by these toxic men.
And think about just about any guy probably that has won you over at some point. They've probably used some of these tactics rather.
Notice that he's telling his sister, at some point, if a man ever won you over, he may have used some of these tactics on you. And notice her reaction.
They knew they were doing it or not. Most of them.
And notice that. She shakes her head like, But notice, she's still single, still have no husband. Cute, but no husband. Cute, but body count went up. Cute, but all those men have a secret about her. So much for a friend, really.
Probably don't know this stuff. It just kind of just got with them. You know, as unhealthy as it may seem, is what works, unfortunately.
Wow. So because it works and because it sounds unhealthy, at least it works. This is what the red pill is about. The red pill within these YouTube streets has become a toxic pill. It's down to the point where there are so many different pills now. It's just mind-boggling. You got black pills, you got purple pills, you got green pills, you got blue pills. All of these particular men have become so toxic and sick that they created new pills. None of these men have successful relationships. None of them have successful lives. All they worry about is women all day. That's all it's about. When we look at all these different fascist groups of men and all their different ideology, it all stems around a hatred for women. You got men going their own way. You got men who believe in this. You got men who believe that they're a free agent. You got all these different types of men, and they're all bitter because of the type of women they're unable to get. This is what the red pill have done. It's a very toxic pill. Very, very toxic. Lethal. Designed to destroy souls. And sadly, the black man has been totally affected. It's like when you look at different content creators within these YouTube streets, they're all poisoned by the red pill. And this is why I renounced that a long time ago. I totally renounced the entire manosphere a long time ago. I even have a post within my community section, if you scroll through it, where I literally made it very clear that I am not associated with this so-called manosphere or any of these content creators. None of them. Because they're all toxic. They all have moved from the purpose of the red pill. Now it has gotten to the point where men have become gossipers rather than teachers. Men have moved from edifying the men on how to empower the men to be leaders to now teaching the men to just desire sex, or teaching the men on how to hate women, creating a hatred for women. That's pretty much what the red pill is about. And that's what we have in these YouTube streets. So, with that being said, I'll catch y'all on the next show. This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut the way you need to hear it. Brothers, you must turn from all these content creators that don't teach you about the Most High, that don't teach you truth, a balanced approach. You see, there's nothing wrong with talking about female nature when you bring solutions to the table so that they can understand themselves to be better women. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is men in these spaces hate women, and they never talk about men. They never talk about male nature. And when we understand male nature, men are very manipulative. Men are very deceptive. Men are whoremongers who have no love in their heart for their women. They mock women all day. They bash women all day. And you wonder why your women is wicked as hell. It's because you brothers are wicked as hell. Women will never change, brothers, if we don't change. So you could talk about all the red pill you want. You could talk about how wicked women are. You could talk about how these women are this and these women are that. These women are only a reflection of us. And the only reason why you keep attracting the same kind of women over and over and over is because you're a wicked brother. And that's the truth. So with that said, I'm gonna sign out. I'll catch y'all in the next stream or the next premiere. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you rate the video with a thumbs up. Share the content and tell everybody about Black Male Advice TV, aka Ringo TV Raw, aka Ringo for life. Again, the red pill is toxic and designed to destroy your life. There are two types of red pill, people. The biblical truth of the Most High that is found in the Bible, that teaches us about life, that teaches us about the commandments, that teaches us about the wicked woman, that teaches us men how to overcome our own wickedness so that we can serve the Most High in spirit and truth, so that we can lead a godly life and develop a blessed family, to understand the world around us and the satanic activity that is being taken place day by day. That's the true red pill. And then you have toxic behavior and toxic mess and all this toxicity that is going all through these YouTube streets of men just boasting and roasting women and just talking about female nature in a negative way, and they never offer any sort of solutions at all. And everything is about getting a woman in bed. Everything is about how to date a woman, how to get a woman, how to date a woman, the 10 strategies of this and how to get a woman and how to get this and how to get that. And that's the only thing. There is nothing about empowering us as men. And you're wondering why we're on the bottom in every field. You're wondering why our women are wearing weaves. Because we are not leaders. We're not. So to you black men, you better do better. Because if you don't do better as men, your women will never change. With that said, I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out.